Hey, I'm Bill. This is Vital Bike Chains. Going over to my neighbor's house. She says she's got some issues with her bike. So here's the bike. It's this Trek. And she also has a BMX race bike and a road bike. This Trek really doesn't get ridden that much, mainly around the neighborhood with the kids or some very light trail riding. Like I said, there's really nothing wrong with it. Just needs kind of a tune-up. I'm gonna adjust the brakes and look at the shifting. But there are two kind of concerns. One is there's a big kind of patch missing from the tire. And not that that's that big a deal, but all it takes is one little thorn and this baby's going flat. As a side note, the tire issue, I'm gonna address using a repair I saw from Zavilov's cycling channel. The other issue is she said the bike squeaks. And so I did a little test ride and I decided that the chain just doesn't have any lube on it, despite her living right next door to me. Okay, so we are going to talk about chains in this video finally. Now, the big question was, what do I do with this chain? Do I wax it? Do I just lube it? Dry lube, wet lube? What are my options? After looking around the shop a little bit, I decided on a great option, or maybe a horrible option. But an option is to use this Muc-off lube that I did a video on earlier. I'll put the link down below so you can see sort of part one of this. I've had worse ideas, like putting flames on my daughter's van. Originally, I was going to call this video Muc-off again. Then I had another great idea, or maybe a horrible idea. I would call it Muc-off Part 2. Now that I've revisited this bottle again, I realize that there are a couple things I do like about it. One is I really like this nozzle. And yes, you do have to unscrew it a few times to get the cap off. But then I feel like the drips come out good. Now for some reason, maybe mine has been sitting around too long. I got an air bubble there, but it comes out pretty thin. Sometimes these type of lubes come out in sort of a glob. But be careful not to lose the cap, which I actually did in this video. So first off, you want to clean the chain, obviously. So I used this little spray bottle of alcohol and a towel. Cleaned the chain off, and then I added a layer of the dry lube, 1 drop per roller. Now this bike's sleeping the night since I have to take care of the tire issue anyhow, but in the morning when it wakes up, I'm gonna re-lube the chain one more time, kind of layer in that Muc-off Dry Lube. So maybe the Muc-off lube in this bike, you know, kind of the situation it's in, maybe it's a good match. And the Muc-off lube is pretty cheap. Like, you can get this bottle on Amazon for like $7. And let's see, so, and this guy, maybe you'll be this excited about your dry lube. Okay, so yes, there are better lubes on the market at higher price points, but you kind of get what you pay for anyways. And if it doesn't work out, maybe you can find another use for it. Like on the previous video I did, this guy ended up using it for his butterfly knife. Super. Happy riding, and I'll catch you next time.